I got a great question recently from someone who watched one of my lunch break videos. They asked why they see so many artists propping up their paintings on an incline. So she probably saw me painting on a board that I had my paper on, and it was propped up on something, so it was actually slanted towards me. Well, I like to talk about this because it kind of brings out the nerdy side of me. Basically, with watercolor, it's a very finicky medium. Sometimes we can't control where the water is going to flow when we put it down. So if you have your piece of paper on a level or flat surface, the water is going to sit there when you put it down, and you kind of have to push at it to go in a direction that you want. Usually that's not a big deal. It's not really a problem. But if you have your surface slanted on an incline, you're actually making it slightly less unpredictable. You're introducing an element of control. What's great is that if you have your painting surface on an incline towards you, an extreme example is like if the paper is on an easel, which isn't the best scenario, not very practical usually. Well, the water's going to always flow towards you. So with that in mind, you can always know that when you put your brush stroke of paint down on the paper, if there's any excess water, it's going to flow towards you. And just knowing that makes it easier to adjust your painting, and it also makes it easier to continue the row of paint downwards. So let's say you're trying to cover a certain shape on the paper or a larger area. Well, it makes it easier for you to actually just cover it, because when you put the brush stroke down, the bottom edge of it's going to flow downward as you need it to, and it just makes it a little bit more efficient for you to keep putting down successive strokes and to ensure some consistency. This way, you always know the direction that the water is going to fall, and you can plan your brush strokes around that. It's especially useful for when you want to cover a large area, and you can leverage gravity to your advantage. So an incline just makes it a little easier to wet a large area. I find that it also is really helpful when I need to create a wash with a gradient. It's not always helpful in every situation though. Sometimes I'll actually take the painting and move it onto a flat level surface because I want the paint or the water to pool up and just sit there. I don't want it to actually fall into another area. So of course, another benefit for me is that because I'm on the shorter side, my arms are short and I like to paint at a big table, and slanting the table actually allows me to reach the top edge of the painting more easily. So it also has that added benefit. So in the end, propping up your painting surface, it's great for adding just an element of control over the flow of water and a little bit more predictability into an otherwise unpredictable medium. Let me know in the comments below if that makes sense or if you have any further questions. I'm Francis Shui. I'm an artist based here in New York City. I love to share my processes and my experiences, especially as someone who started art later in life. Like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Until next time, go and paint.